Assalamu alaikum, dear student. Today I'm here with a new lecture of chemical thermodynamics for 12th science student. In today's lecture, we are going to understand certain terms which are there in chemical thermodynamics. These terms will help you to understand chemical thermodynamics in an easy way. So let's begin the lecture. So the terms which are going to come here, that will be enthalpy of physical transformation. So to understand the meaning of physical transformation, I am having an image for you to understand what is transformation. Dear student, as you know, there are three physical states of a matter, that is solid, liquid and gas. So the example of solid state is ice, liquid state is water and gaseous state is steam. So when this ice melts, so it will convert into water, and this water on evaporation that gives steam. When this gas is coming back to its liquid state, so this is known as condensation, and this liquid will change into ice, so that will be the freezing state of the given matter. So this image is helping us to understand the transformation. It is somewhat just like water cycle. In case of water cycle, what is happening? Due to sun, water evaporate, it will change into clouds, and due to clouds we are getting rain. So this is somewhat about like water cycle up to condensation. Okay, so this is an example I have given you for physical transformation. So let's move ahead to the next slide of this lecture. Enthalpy of physical transition. What is phase transition? Phase transition is what? Enthalpy of fusion, enthalpy of vaporization and enthalpy of sublimation. In case of phase, this is related about solid, liquid and gaseous state of the given matter. So one by one we are going to see the enthalpy of different physical states. So the first term which I am going to begin here is about enthalpy of fusion. Fusion is nothing but the melting. As you know, solid is changing into liquid state, so this is melting or this is fusion. So to understand about enthalpy of fusion, student, as you know, enthalpy stands for the heat. It may be absorbed or it may be released. So enthalpy of fusion, so when we are reading this definition, so we can understand it in a better way. Enthalpy of fusion is defined as the heat that is absorbed when the melting occurs at constant pressure. Definition is very simple. Enthalpy stands for heat of the given system, which may be absorbed or which may be released. This enthalpy is always taking place at a constant pressure. So its definition I am repeating again. When the heat that is absorbed when the melting occurs at constant pressure. In this case, heat is absorbed. Okay, so the example is given as solid is changing into liquid state. For example, ice is changing into water liquid state. Okay, so this can be given in the form of expression as delta H freezing is equal to minus delta H fusion. So here we can understand it more easily. If the substance freezes, the reaction is reversed and an equal amount of heat is given off to the surrounding. So since heat is given off, so it may be in minus sign. Moving ahead to the next slide. Enthalpy of vaporization. What is vaporization? Enthalpy that change required to completely change the state of 1 mole of the substance between liquid and gaseous state. It means that water is changing into the vapor state. Okay, liquid will change into the gaseous state, and during this state the amount of heat which is required, that will be enthalpy of vaporization, represented by EOV. E stands for enthalpy, O stands for of, and V stands for vaporization. Energy which is required to transform a given quantity of substance from liquid into the gaseous state at a given pressure, especially this pressure should be constant. So here these are the two definitions are given to understand about enthalpy of vaporization. Usually it is measured at boiling point of a substance. Okay, we can take an example of water when it is boiling at 100 degrees Celsius and it is changing from liquid to the gaseous state. Moving to the next slide. For the illustration part, we are having here energy requirement for changing state. Let's begin here. In the ice, the water molecules are held together by strong intermolecular forces, as we know it very well. In case of ice, all the water molecules, they are held together by strong hydrogen bonding, and since water molecules, they are bind with each other, that force is intermolecular forces. So the energy required to melt 1 mole of a substance is called molar heat of fusion. Means what we are going to do, we are converting this ice into the liquid state. So during this process, the amount of enthalpy, the amount of heat which is absorbed, that will be delta H fusion, represented as delta H. The word fusion initial letters are taken FUS. The amount of heat which is absorbed, that will be 6.02 kilojoule per mole. As you know student, the enthalpy heat is represented as kilojoule per mole. It is representing for 1 mole of water. The amount of heat which is absorbed, that will be 6.02 kilojoule per mole. It is in positive state. This positive sign is indicating the heat is absorbed. If we are having negative sign, it means heat is evolved or it is given out. The energy required to change 1 mole of a liquid to its vapor phase is called molar heat of vaporization. The amount of heat which is required. Okay, in this condition, what is happening? The liquid state of water is changing into its gaseous state in the vapor state. So this delta H vaporization is indicated as delta H. To the center we are having the initial letters of vaporization as VAP, and the amount which is given, that is 40.6 kilojoule per mole. This is for 1 mole of water. Here something more is explained in the last line. Delta H is the change in energy, or it is the heat content. So this is the illustration part for the heat of fusion, that is enthalpy of fusion and enthalpy of vaporization. Moving ahead to the next slide, we are having molar heat of sublimation. Sublimation stands for first of all, the meaning of sublimation you should understand. Sublimation is the state where the solid state is directly converting into the gaseous state. Since it is given for 1 mole, so it will be molar. It is in the form of heat, so it will be molar heat of sublimation. It is indicated as delta H sub. As usual, initial letters of the given term. We can define it as the energy required to sublime 1 mole of a solid is called the molar heat of sublimation. Just now I have explained you the meaning of sublimation means conversion of solid state into the gaseous state. Okay, so this can be having the formula delta H sublimation is equal to delta H fusion plus delta H vaporization. As you know student, here direct conversion of solid into the gaseous state is taking place. Okay, so we are moving ahead to show the relationship between delta H vaporization, fusion and sublimation. We are having different forms. First of all, I should give first example that will be easy for you. Here what is happening? Liquid changing into the gaseous state, that is vaporization. Gas is converting into liquid, that is again vaporization, but the sign for delta H is different. So when we are converting liquid into the gaseous state, delta H will be positive, and when gaseous state is converting into the liquid state, delta H will be negative. Okay, sign they are indicating endothermic reaction and exothermic reaction. Sign if it is positive, so that will be endothermic reaction. Remember this point. And if the delta H is negative, it means that is exothermic reaction. I hope student you must be knowing about endothermic reaction and exothermic reaction. Endothermic stands for heat is absorbed, and exothermic reaction when heat is evolved. Okay. Here we are having the next picture about sublimation. Directly, this red arrow is indicating sublimation. How? Solid is changing into the gaseous state, into the vapor form. Okay. We can have some more example about sublimation. Iodine. Iodine, it is in solid state. When we are heating it, it is directly converting into its vapor. So, iodine sublimes. Okay. So this is sublimation. To show the relationship for sublimation, solid when it is changing into liquid, fusion, and when liquid is changing into vapor, that will be delta H vaporization. Here is the formula again. Delta H sublimation is equal to delta H fusion plus delta H vaporization. Okay. Here these are the molar heat of fusion, molar heat of vaporization and molar heat of sublimation, which we had in our previous slides. Now here we are moving ahead towards the enthalpy of atomic and molecular changes. In the previous slides we done physical transition. We have done the physical transition from solid to liquid, liquid to gaseous state. Okay. Now here we are moving towards the atomic and molecular changes and the amount of heat which is either absorbed or evolved, that will be enthalpy. So let's have it. We are going to see three kinds of atomic and molecular changes. First one is enthalpy of ionization, second is enthalpy of atomization, and third is enthalpy of solution. Name itself is showing what is going to be happen. Conversion into ion, conversion into atom, and the formation of solution. During this process, the amount of heat, the amount of enthalpy which is absorbed or evolved are these terms. To the next slide, the first we are going to see ionization enthalpy. What is ionization enthalpy? The energy required to remove 1 mole of electron from 1 mole of atom or ion in the gaseous state. For example, I think we should take example first, then we'll come back to the definition again. For example, this is the sodium, this is sodium, it is converting into ion. It is leaving its 1 electron. During this process, the amount of energy which is required to remove this 1 electron, that is ionization enthalpy. How much amount of energy we required to remove 1 electron of sodium? This is plus 494 kilojoule per mole. Here the amount of energy we required to remove this electron, that is why it will be positive. Likewise, we are having magnesium. If we want to remove 1 electron of magnesium, we will be having amount of energy plus 736 kilojoule per mole. If we want to remove 2 electron of magnesium, so it will be plus 1450, that is 1450 kilojoule per mole. So student, the energy which is required to remove 1 mole of electron from 1 mole of an atom or ion into the gaseous state. So this is ionization enthalpy, indicated as delta H IE. I stands for ionization and E stands for enthalpy. Moving towards the next term, that is enthalpy of atomization. The name itself, what is indicating? Here we are going to convert anything which is in atomic form. Let's have the definition. The enthalpy changes when 1 mole of gaseous atom is formed from an element into the standard state under standard condition. Standard condition, it means that we have to keep temperature as 25 degrees Celsius, which is standard temperature. We have to keep the pressure as 1 atm, 1 atmospheric pressure. So these are the standard condition where we have to do all these things. For example, here this sodium, which is in solid state, it is converting into the gaseous state. During these changes, the amount of heat, the amount of energy which is required to convert into the atomic state. And okay, this atom, as we know, it is neutral. Okay, so the amount of energy which is required, that is plus 109 kilojoule per mole. Student, you can take any of the example which you feel easy. Here I took this example. The second example I am having, okay, one chlorine atom which is in molecular state, not atomic state, sorry, it is in molecular state, it is changing into atomic state. So the amount of energy which I am requiring here, that will be plus 121 kilojoule per mole. So here the amount of energy which is used, that is enthalpy of atomization. Enthalpy of solution. What is solution? How the solutions are forming? Solution can be prepared with the help of, solutions are prepared with the help of solute plus solvent. Solute and solvent, they combine together to give the solution. During the formation of this solution, the enthalpy, the heat which is either absorbed or evolved, that will be enthalpy of solution. So let's have the definition here. The enthalpy of solution, indicated as delta H solution, is the enthalpy change when 1 mole of an ionic substance dissolved in enough water to ensure the ions are well separated and do not interact with one another. It means that 1 mole of ionic substance, for example sodium chloride, it is dissolved in water, that is solvent, that is water, and they are well separated into the form of ions, so Na plus and Cl minus. So the amount of heat which is either absorbed or evolved, so here the amount of heat is absorbed, this plus sign is indicating amount of heat is absorbed. So plus 4 kilojoule per mole amount of enthalpy of solution we are getting during the formation of sodium chloride solution. Okay, so here one more note is written, enthalpy of solution can be negative or positive. It is totally dependent on the compound which we are taking for the formation of solution. Here is the example. NaCl, it is dissolved into water. Okay, so delta H, lat stands for lattice energy. lattice energy का मतलब होता है कि we are converting this sodium chloride compound into its ionic state. During the formation of the ions, the energy which is there, that will be lattice energy. Okay, we are dissolving this into water, so it will be converting into Na plus and Cl minus in aqueous medium, that is in water. So the total enthalpy of solution is indicated as delta H lattice energy plus delta H hydrated energy. This example can be shown with the help of this image also. NaCl in the form of, when it is dissolved in water, it is converting into Na plus and Cl minus. So what is happening here? Minus sign is indicating chloride ion, which is red in color, and plus sign indicating sodium ion, which are yellow in color. When it is dissolved into water, this plus ion sodium ion and this minus ion chloride ion, they are completely surrounded with the help of water. Okay, so what is happening? Lattice energy means conversion of this NaCl into ionic state is plus 774 kilojoule per mole. Okay, so during hydration means conversion of this ion and the surrounding of this NaCl ion with water, the amount which is evolved, that is minus 770 kilojoule per mole. When we are calculating plus 774 and minus 770, so we are getting plus 4 kilojoule per mole. I hope student you understood this lecture very well. Thank you so much. Keep subscribing my channel, keep watching my channel, and keep sharing my channel. Thank you so much.